Alrighty, good morning. It's 6:42, and we're tracking this winter weather. Thankfully, Crab Orchard School District decided to go ahead and call off school. Would have been nice if it was a little bit earlier, but either way, I think that's a very good decision, especially with the slippery roads that we have out there. Now, we're going to talk about the slippery roads here in just a second, but I've got two boxes on your screen, one showing you the radar image, the live scan of the radar, and we're going to talk about when I think the snow will move out. We're also going to talk about the road conditions, as I just mentioned. So let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and take I-55 at Perryville full. So to do that, I'm going to go find the camera in the list here. And I want to show you what it looks like across the Mississippi River, because this will give you a good idea of kind of what the roads look like in our area if you haven't already been out there. So as we take that camera full, along I-55, you can see the MoDOT crew is doing a fantastic job there of keeping at least most of the lanes clear. Now, in our area, the side roads are going to be very slick as county highway crews attempt to clear those. Of course, primary roads come first in the chain of what actually gets cleared. So we'll go back to our double box. We're going to take away the double box and we're going to go to the radar, and I want to show you what's going on right now. We're taking a look at First Alert Doppler Network, and you can see the snow indicated in the blue and the purples and pinks. The pink indicating on this particular display the very heavy snow that we have. In fact, right now, this scan that was just a few minutes ago was showing some heavy snow along Route 13 here and from kind of along Harrisburg down to New Burnside. That's very heavy snow. I drove in a band very similar to this one, kind of over in this area, as I was driving from Crab Orchard back to my house down here in Stonefort, and the visibilities are becoming very low out there with some of these snow bands. We've got a report of 4 inches here. We're going to talk about some reports as well here in just a minute. That's my phone. I do apologize. But the main story here is that we're going to have some more snow accumulations, especially in those heavy bands of snow. If you can get under a heavy band of snow long enough, I do think you're going to stand a chance of getting some more snow. All right, let's do a full in-depth radar tour. We're going to switch now to our main graphic system, and that's going to allow us to kind of zoom in and view things in more detail. So here we go without further ado. All right, so I've got the current temperatures on there. This is precip type. We're going to turn that off for just a second so we can talk about the heaviest areas of snow. Right now there's a heavy band of snow set up between Carbondale and Buncombe. That's going to spread off, I do think, to the north and east, kind of between Craneville, back to Goreville, and eventually it'll make its way on into Marion. So a heavy band certainly possible there. A heavy band also, we talked about this one, kind of just southeast of Paulton. It's also east of the Crab Orchard area, and it just pushed through Dikersburg. That's going to kind of move off up in this general direction between Harrisburg and Galatia, probably even towards El Dorado eventually. Now, we'll put the precip type back on. Down here where it's a little bit warmer right now for Metropolis and those areas back off to the west, Karnak, you can see the radar trying to depict some sleet and snow mixture and even some rain down there as well. So I think for the majority of us, though, most of this activity is snow, and there's a snowplow going by the house right now. Let's talk a little bit more up off to the north as we take a look towards West Frankfort. Some heavy snow bands. We're certainly moving through that area east of I-57 right now near Thompsonville and Macedonia. That will spread off to the north and east towards McLeansboro, and right now it's kind of the same story over here towards White County as well. Up there you can see freezing temperatures as well. So I want to put the loop on here. Let's talk about how long this can last for. Let me switch the modes of the radar real quick to the conventional mode so you can see that. And it's going to pop onto the screen here momentarily, and you'll be able to see it right now. So there's a look at the current radar. This system is almost done. We're almost done with the system. It's going to be a little bit, though, so I think it's probably going to be 8 or 9 o'clock-ish, I think, would be a safe zone as far as most of the heavy snow moving out of here. And we could probably see, in total, 3 to 6 inches across the area with some higher amounts, of course, depending on where exactly you are. So that's a look at the current situation. I do want to read off some reports as well, and then we're going to talk about a list of school closings. So to do that, I'm just going to put a double box on the screen again, and then we'll go ahead and read off some of the reports here. In fact, I'll use this system because I can kind of use the map to help me do that. So as we put on the storm reports, this is a look at all the storm reports. And the blue circles that you see, like this one right here, this is indicative of snow, and that's a snow report. So I'm going to read these off. I've got the reports in front of me here. In Franklin County at 6:42, we got a relayed report from 3 a.m. this morning, and that report basically said in Christopher there was reports of heavy snow. Accumulations at 3 was 2 inches already up in that area. 2 miles south-southwest of Carbondale in Jackson County, as we move on down there, we had a report of heavy snow. That would be this report right here, and they're talking about snow of 4 inches there, as you can see along Highway 51 there. As we move on down to the south here, checking other reports, I'm going to look. Those are Missouri. I'm looking for other reports. 2 miles north-northeast of Virginese in Jackson County. At 1 a.m. we had a report of 1 inch of snow. Of course, that's an older report. So reports are very appreciated with this situation. If you can, send me your precip type. Basically, just tell me what it is doing at your house. Is it snowing? How heavy is the snow? And also, what are the situations like there? If you just want to shoot those to me on Facebook, that works as well. But that's going to be greatly appreciated. Travel is not advisable as well. And that's one thing I did want to show you too. Take a look at this visibility map. This kind of puts it into perspective, especially with the heavy snow that we've got. Visibilities are very reduced right now, and of course the snow doesn't make that any easier. So if you have to travel, really only needs to be to do it if it's necessary. Of course, some of those schools have been called off. So speaking of schools being called off, let's go ahead. We're going to switch over to the multi-box situation. I'm going to put the radar back on real quick, and we're going to get you out of here with a list of current school closings across Southern Illinois, and we'll do that right now. So if you're in Southern Illinois, you can the best way I think to get school closings is WSILTV.com. That you can go to WSILTV.com/weather/closings. Again, WSILTV.com/weather/closings. Here's the current list right now. We've got Aiken CCSD 91 Elementary School. They're closed today. They're doing an e-learning day. Anna Jonesboro Community High School is closed today due to the snow. Ashley CCSD 15 is closed. They're doing an e-learning day. Benton School District 47 is doing an e-learning day. They're closed today for in-person learning. Benton Consolidated High School District 103 has a remote learning day. Cairo School District is closed. Carbondale Community Schools, basically the high school, the elementary, and the Carbondale New School, those are all closed today. The Carbondale New School is having a remote learning day, and the Carbondale Senior Center is also closed today. Carmi and White County Community Unit School District 5, they're closed today due to the snow. Carrier Mills and Stone Fort Community District number 2, they're closed today for a snow day. Carterville School District is closed, and CUSD 5 is closed, and that will be for today, as we said, and they're going to do an e-learning day with that. That's just a list of some of these. Crab Orchard, of course, I mentioned earlier, is closed. And if you want to see a full list of all those closings, please visit, again, WSILTV.com. So that's the update right now at 6:51, reporting live in the Weather Center. I'm Kay McFerrin, 9 News.